I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a virtuoso for people like you. People seeking knowledge in the preparation of a set of drawings. Drawings that have been skillfully honed and refined over many years of meticulous commitment to craft and design. If you follow along, you may find yourself learning something you haven't previously considered. Now, keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the ride at all times. Please remain seated. Keep your eyes fixated on the screen, and enjoy your ride.
Okay, so today we're going to be customizing my AutoCAD architecture to the settings that I normally use. You, of course, can use whatever settings you like, but these are the ones that I use. So if you're watching my videos, you might wonder how I'm getting to certain areas or what things are happening, and this will help maybe inform what we're doing here. I want that on right now. So this is brand new, fresh. I just installed 2025. Let's open up a new drawing, just some whatever thing. So this interface, there's certain things that I like and don't like. So one of them is I don't like this. We can turn that off. If you'd like that back on, you just type Style Browser. I think that's what that is. Style Browser. Yep, there we go. If you want it back. So that's that. For right now, I'm going to turn off my tool palettes and my properties. And what else? So I guess first thing I should probably do keyboard shortcuts. So let's get back out of here for a minute. Actually, wait, let me just check. What menus do we have? Okay, so generally I want to add more toolbars too, and that's not enough menus. So this is the AutoCAD Architecture default scenario. So if you don't have any other menus other than the Express, you're going to want to load them. And the way you do that is you go down to your command line and type menu load. So these are currently the menus we have open. I want to add the AutoCAD one, which is called AutoCAD CUIX. If you're wondering where this is looking, it intuitively knows where to look, which is in the C drive, under Users, under Your Name, under App Data, Roaming, Autodesk, AutoCAD 2025 in my version, because that's the brand new version I got. If yours is older, yours is a bit older. And there's an ENU folder and then a support folder. And so that's where we are, and that's where this stuff lives, among other things. And we're going to probably go customize that in just a minute. So right now I just want to add the AutoCAD one, remember, to add those menus. And so it's saying from there I would like to load, so there's no AutoCAD in here right now. Let's do a load. That added it. Looks like that added my menus as well. And we can close. That does a little things in the background. Oh, it added all these toolbars too. Sweet. Exactly what I want. Let's see what some, oh man, I got a whole stack of them here. We'll clean those up later. Probably, what is this one? Some higher function one. You can hover over it. Parametric. Oh yeah, parametric toolbar. Sweet. I don't use that one very much. Okay, so that is going to allow us to add toolbars, which, do we have some in here? Oh, we only got a little bit. We'll have to fix that. Oh, we can probably use these two. The Express toolbars, sure. Okay. So again, sorry, backing up. We're going to close this for a moment. We are going to go into your computer, your C drive. Remember, under Users, this is back to the working folder. Scott, App Data. If you can't see App Data, that's because hidden files are not being shown. So if you can't see that grayed out thing like that, it's because your hidden files aren't turned on. Because it is a hidden file. It's a way to protect the data so that you don't mess it up, frankly. The worst thing that'll happen is you have to reinstall, but that is not likely to be a problem for what we're doing. And then support. So remember, that whole thing was right there. And we are going to change the AutoCAD line which is our line types, the AutoCAD Pat, which is our hatch patterns, and PGP, which is our keyboard shortcuts. So if you'd like to keep these, you certainly can rename them to old. And it's going to say if you change this, it's going to become unusable. Are you sure? That means that it won't be able to reference it anymore because I'm calling it a .old file. So I'm going to say yes. I'm also going to call this one a .old file. That's just if for some reason I screwed it up, I could always go back to it. So yes, and the lines. So those, yes I do. So I've got, I think, yeah, do I have it in mine? Yeah. So I've got, in my AutoCAD folder, I've got a support folder that keeps my customizations the way I like them. I'm going to copy them over here. If you don't have these, you can just skip this step. So we just replace those. Should be fine. Oh, let's keep that open for a little bit. So go back into AutoCAD. So one of the ways I know my keyboard shortcuts, I use the letter P, and that makes a polyline. So we'll see if I can just type the letter P, enter, and yeah, look at that, we're doing polylines now. So what else? I do WA for wall ed. There we go. All right. So next thing, I got the menus in there. So from there, I would like to add tools, toolbars. And I'd like to add, what do I got? I would like, I don't want the array. I don't need that one. I do dimensions, though. Is there a faster way to do this? So yeah, so a couple ways. So one is this tools, toolbars. Once you have a toolbar turned on, you can, where did that go to? All right. And that is hard to see. Let's minimize the ribbon. My ribbon. Whoop. Whoop, that's right, it's over here. The ribbon's big right now. Okay, keep the ribbon down. I mean, I want to change that too. Back to toolbars, so we can go in here. So toolbars, what else do I like? I like the draw order, dimensional constraints. What's that guy? Oh, I can lock certain things. I don't like that one. See, they all just have a little X if you want to close it. So again, the other way to get there is to go in here. What else do I have? Let's see, probably draw order annotated. Annotation to front. What's the difference with that? Oh, you can choose annotation. Oh, that's kind of a neat thing. Well, maybe put that somewhere. In here? They're not in there. So what else do we want? A whole mess. Okay, so I want layers 2, I think. That's that guy. What are layers? Okay, I definitely want layers. What is layers 2? Oh, yeah, that's for isolating layers and things like that, so that's a great one to have. What about modify? I want modify 2. I don't think so. I think I want object snap. How about properties? I don't think I want the parametric, but properties is on. Reference, probably. That's for XREFs. Probably standard. What's standard annotation? Oh, what's the difference? Oops. Come on. So standard is up. Oh, what's this one? So standard annotation versus the standard. Standard. Well, standard seems to have a heck of a lot more. So standard annotation. Let's lose him. Let's move him up there. Come on, dock. I want a dock. There we go. Okay, we'll fix those later. Let's see, what else? Let's open up a few more. Where do we leave off? How about styles? That's a good one. UCS I use a lot. That is to orient how your crosshairs that we're looking at goes. And what else? Definitely view, I think. Oh yeah. That's so you can pick, that's going to go over here somewhere. Probably view ports, which I don't think was on. View ports. That's for laying out plots. And what else? Probably, let's see what else is down here. Probably visual styles. I think just visual styles. I think that'll do it for right now. So that'll hold us over. So we got a couple over here too. This is, tell me what it is. Just trying to hover over it. Why don't want to tell me? I think it's the modify. That is draw order, I think. Guess it won't tell me. Why is it not hovering? It's annoying. Nevertheless, so I got some toolbars out. I'll clean those up later. Let's keep going on through. This thing, I'd like to put my command line down fixed so I can see a couple of lines. I like that better. Instead of floating, it just feels right to me. And then let's set up some of our options. So I go to the options by typing options. Then what are we starting with? So let's start on the files. So we can certainly do support. So this is where things look. So if you ever forget, remember that crazy string where we went to go look for? It looks in there for certain parts. So that's some of the stuff like the pen, keyboard shortcuts and things like that that we talked about. There's your hatch patterns, individual stuff. So that's a good thing to know. So I'm going to change, first of all, plot styles, I think. So that this guy, where's printers? Printers. So plot style table search. That's going to the default program data. I want to change that. And I'm going to browse. I'm going to go back to my AutoCAD folder. And it doesn't look like I've got my thing set up here. So I've got this jobs folder. So I should be able to right click and say add current folder to my quick list. And so now I have my jobs folder right there. So all I did was to go navigate that and then say add to. So my particular are in my AutoCAD file, and I've got a plot styles folder so that everybody in the office can point to this, so if somebody makes a change, we can all see them. There's a few more. Let's say open. So now it's going to my Dropbox folder for my plot styles. So let's say apply. Do save just to make sure. So when I hit plot, over here I should be able to see, which apparently I can't. Why didn't that work? Are we in? Oh, we're in an STB. Wow, that's weird. Let's change that right away. So these are STB. We want CTB, color tables. So to change that, let's see. Go back to options. Whoops, type down here. That's going to be our template settings. So right now, by default, it's loading, an stb.dwt. I don't want to do that. I want, in fact, I want nothing, honestly. What do I want? I would like, we're going to look for them. So if I'm doing new, I think I want to look for them. I think I want to delete both of these. And tell it my template. Okay, yeah. So program template. So here's where I want to browse. I want to go back to my AutoCAD folder. That's where my templates are. Say apply, say OK. Now if I do new. Okay, yeah, perfect. So I can choose anyone, a Sinbad template, my latitude template, any of them. So that's good. Let's go back to options. And back to my templates. So instead of just opening one, I'm going to literally delete that. Say enter. It should be none. None. Also for here, I want to delete that. None. Let's make sure it's saving. Perfect. None and none. So that way it'll give me an option to pick which one I want. So if you want to have several different ones, you can definitely do that and have different sizes, different setups. So while we're in here, let's go see what else we can do. So maybe let's turn off the view cube by going to, you can also do it up here, but the view cube, is it display viewport controls? So does that do that? Let's see. Alright, so the view, okay, view cube right here, display view cube, I do not want, and I don't want the other visual styles. No, I do want the UCS. Let's keep that. I don't think I want that. Let's apply. Okay, so it's keeping that. So what else are we doing here? I think, let's just scan here. How about plot and publish? I think there's things in here. So I would like to do background plotting and publishing. What else do we have here? Public. Default, you can change your default. That's fine for right now, I think. So our default printer, we're probably going to do a PDF, I would say. Specify plot offset relative to edge of paper. So that's when you're in paper space. Use color dependent, use names. Okay, yes, we want color dependent. Keep the layout if we can. Say apply. And I think that might be it in here. What else? How about in display? Choose colors. So for my colors, model space, sure. Sheet layout. I don't like a white sheet layout, so let's essentially make that black. But I don't want black. Let's select a color. Actually do it a little bit lighter gray, just so that I know that it's a differentiation between paper space and model space. So I like it dark, but not, I just want to know that I'm in it, just in case. So apply. What else? What do we have in here? Display file tabs. That's these guys up here. I don't usually like those. Say apply. That's so you can switch through drawing to drawing. Display layout and model tabs. That's those guys. I like that. Printable area. Yep. Display paper background. Yep. Shadow, I like that. XREF. Yeah, I guess let's leave that at 0. Crosshair size. That's the size of your crosshairs. I set mine at 10, maybe. I think I actually go to 12. Let's apply. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, feels a little bit bigger. I like that. So we can continue and whoops, options. Let's go to the next one. I think those are all good. Automatic save 10. Put mine at 15. Don't need quite that many. It's fine. Let's do apply. Alright, let's keep going through. So I did plot, did system, user interface maybe? I think those might be good. Let's try drafting. Okay, so auto snap. So I moved that just a little bit bigger. That's the area in which your snap is going to work. And oh, maybe that's the auto snap. Yeah. Oh, that's what it looks like. I don't move that bigger. I want this one, aperture. So that's kind of how close you need to be to something to snap to it. All right, what we got? 3D modeling. I don't really do 3D. So selection. Let's see. Okay, so your pick box. That's when it's just a little tiny box. So I like that a little bit bigger for sure. About there. Grip size. That's when you have grips. You can change those if you like. What else in here? So I think I also turn off selection preview when a command is active. I think that's all I do there. What else do I have? Let's see. I think that might be it in here. There's way more things we can look at in here, but I don't think I change anything else. Let's just go with that for the moment. This is looking good. What else do I do? So I got a grid. I don't always have a grid on. Actually, let's do new. We should be able to see our new, use a template. So let's use the Sinbad template. And there she is. So that's all the stuff for Sinbad. Okay. So let's arrange all these crazy, toolbars that I like to use, but I have sort of floating everywhere right now because I haven't done anything with them. I should have, I think, in here in my, nope, not that one, the other one. In my AutoCAD folder, whatever the last version I did, which I think was 23, I should have, here we go, tool palettes, screen layout. So screen layout, this is what my AutoCAD looked like in 2023. I can maximize this guy. Yeah. So I've got those palettes up there. I've got them down here. I have nothing on that side. A bunch down here. Okay. So let's set some of these up. Use that as reference. So go back into here. So I typically have that, and I've got my layers, and then I've got those guys, and then what do I have above? So that is the standard. Okay, then that's these guys up above here. This is a higher resolution. Then what do I got? The Express tools. Do I got Express? Oh, I didn't turn those on. Text. That's next. Well, so that's that. And then I got these guys. Then I've got my plot styles, these plot settings. What else? Then I've got front, back. Where did I do that? This guy. What else? These are a little small. Oh, then those are the express tools, right? Where are those? What express tool? I don't think I turn those on. Standard? Nope. What's the other one? Oh, those aren't them. I think those must be the array tool. We'll have to look. Is that what the array looks like? Nope. I'll have to find out what that is. I'll have to open up my other AutoCAD. Okay, so then what is this? This is, oh, is that? These are my dimensions. These guys go down here. And so he's trying to hover until it locks in. So that's locking in there. So we're down here now. So that, oh, I have dimensions second. What do I have here? Oh, I have the UCS first. That's this guy. Put him first. So UCS, then dimension. And what do I have? And it looks like the XREFs. This guy. Nope, that's the layer. That goes over there. There's my, what is that guy called? How do I have that open? Oh, there it is. Then I've got my shading, which is this guy. That's it there. So then over on this side, I've got the modify, and then I've got the tool. Let's move him over. That's that. Then I've got the layer 2 right there. And the views over here. What was this guy? That was more dimension stuff. Bring, what is that? Bring text objects to the front. So that's going to be my front thing. I'm going to put that up there next to that guy. It's one I haven't used very much. So is that it? Let's see what else I got in here. So does this look like my old setup? Looks pretty darn close. So when I put my other monitor on, I'll have better resolution there. I think that's all good. Okay. So I don't know that I need these up quite anymore, so I can hide that. Keep my ribbon small. So I think the other thing I want to do is, here, go to our snaps. Not there. I want to go to object snaps. Where are those? Should be all of these. Snap settings. There we go. So if you're doing a grid, snap on. I don't want the, well, yeah, I want the snap on, but I don't want it to grid. Object snap. That looks good. Polar tracking. Increments of 30 angles plus the 45s. That looks good. I want from absolute. Object snap. Let's see, what do I turn on for these? I usually do endpoint. I do midpoint. Center for sure. Probably node. That's a good one to have. Quadrant intersection. I do extension? I think I do, because that you can, I think so. Do an insertion point, probably perpendicular. I do tangent? I think so. That's where you can get the edge of circles. Do I do a parent? I don't think I do a parent. And I'm not sure I do parallel. Leave that off for right now. You can always turn it back on because it's right in here. Doing 3D, don't really do it. Dynamic input, enable pointer input, disable dimension input where possible, enable dimension input where possible. Probably actually turn that off. quick properties. Yeah. What else we got? Selection cycling. Allow. No, I'm good. Okay. So it goes there, snaps at the 30s, stops at the 45, snaps at the 30 again. Perfect. Exactly what I want. So then I'm not a big fan of the dynamic dimensioning that we're seeing right now, so I want to turn that off. That's better. Less screen space. What else? Check out some of my commands. So let's try the hatch command. And nothing shows up. So I'm typically used to, because I don't like not that big of a fan of, where is this? Man, I gotta cull out some of these ribbons. I don't have the ribbons open as much. Whoops. Cycle through again. There we go. So for hatches, when you're doing hatches, you can certainly pick them from in here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. I think, I got home and home. I think that's because I added those menus, so I should clean that up. We'll do that in another video, but that's because I added that. So, so my hatch menu. Oh, jeez, hitting this too many times. Leave that for right now. So to show the hatch command, let's see, what is that? That is HP dialog DL. Is it showing up? Look at that. HP DLG mode. So hatch pattern dialog mode. Let's choose that. Right now it's set to 2. Can we do a question mark? So can probably do that. So I think I want 0. No, I think I want 1. Let's see what happens. So if I type in hatch again, there we go. That's what I want. Send that out. I don't know that I need that out. That's what I'm more used to for my hatch. So when I do a hatch, I can hit my H command. This pops up. Pick a point. Right there. That's what it's going to look like. Choose whichever hatch I want. By the way, this has way more hatches now because I updated the hatch patterns. And then just slap it in there. That's still... Oh, preview selection is on. I don't like that. So let's go back to options. I think that's here. So... Selection mode, selection, when no command is active. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. So when I'm not doing anything, nothing's there. Perfect. Let's get rid of those. Turn off tooltips for a minute. What else? Let's PLT scale. Just make sure that, oh, that's not right. LT PT scale. Oh, there it is. No. P. Yes. Nope. What is it? P. What is it? PSLT? That's it. Oh, that's paper space. I don't know. I want LT scale. My line type scale. Okay, so I leave it at 48 because I generally draw in 1/4 inch. That should be a function of our template, so you shouldn't have to change that. And the other one is here, so when we draw a new viewport, inside here, the PSLT scale should be set to 0, which it is. That means the dashed lines in model space will show up as appeared in model space. So that's right. And then these are setups, and that's all good. That's all part of our template setup, which we can talk about. I mean, maybe I did talk about in another video. I think that's kind of it. So that is sort of my setup for everything that we have. So if I close this and I don't want to save it, close that original and I don't want to save it, close this. Let's minimize that guy. So if we go back in here, everything should be remembered. What do we got? The following shortcut is invalid and ignored. Oh, it's still got the plot style wizard in there. Okay. Let's go change that. So that's in my plot styles. So let's open this guy back up. Not sure how that got in there, but that one? The other one, I think. So AutoCAD, plot styles. Where's the wizard? There we go. That's .old. Let's just get rid of it. I don't need that. Delete everywhere. I don't need that link in there. Not sure why it wasn't there. Let's double check again. Just trying to make sure that everything starts up correctly when you open it. I don't want any error messages or anything like that. Okay. Man, they really want me to turn the assistant on. Unless they don't show me again. You can always click right there if you need the assistant. So let's see, recent opened. I think I've got that. I think you can change to how many things you want to see recently opened. You can also have a different dialog box if you want. So when I say I want to do a new drawing, it asks me which template do I want to use to start with. So I can always choose Sinbad if I want, but if I made a specific one for elevations, I could make a separate one for that. For me, I've got another template for myself, for other people. If I'm doing certain drawings, like there was an old version that I had, you can set up different templates, and so maybe I'll talk about specific templates on another project, or another video. But yeah, oh sorry, I was going to open that. So open the Sinbad template. And there we go. So that we're drawing on the def points layer to start. We've got our text set at 48, which is 1/4 inch. We got our dim style set at 48, which is 1/4 inch. Like I said, we're on the def points layer, and we're good to go. How's my plot set up as? So if I plot here, set up for a PDF at tabloid using the 750. What about this? This should be set up, yep, using the 750 for an I should really change that. We'll fix that later, but I think we're all good for right now. So that is setting up our templates. So we're good to go. So the one final thing that I would do now that it's all set up, go back to our AutoCAD folder. That's the folder that was just installed. And one of the things you can do is if you ever have to set all these up again, whoops, didn't mean to cancel that. Do it a little bit slow so you can read it. And Autodesk, there is an export AutoCAD Architecture settings. And so what that does is that gathers a lot of the things we just put together to export. And if you needed to reinstall it again, you could use that to import with. So let's export. Embedded files, AutoCAD Architecture 25, to other computers. Important, all migrated files will be replaced in the new system. So when you go to import it in the new one, it's going to replace them. And so this is, how I pick those network locations for certain things. It's going to include all of those. And so I'm going to say export, and then it's going to ask, where do you want to put these custom settings for 2025? And if you recall, do I have it in here? It's not. Well, it's in my Dropbox under Jobs and my X Drive, AutoCAD. And so I've had see past settings. So I'm going to make a new folder. And I'm going to call that AutoCAD 2025 settings. And let's put it in there. So it's thinking about it. Your migration package has been successfully saved to, so we're good to go. I can close that guy. Just double check those again. Do I have the AutoCAD? So now I've got a 22, 23, and 25. I can probably delete these now that I got the 25, right? Because I could always just import that. But that just makes a zip file, and in there are all the custom settings. I think it's like a special zip, because I don't think we can see it. Yeah, right now it says it's empty, but trust me, if you use that file, it will work, and it's like 10 megabytes, so it's got some size to it, and just it's all the informational stuff. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.